Andrew Godsmith here, Godsmith of Chaos. If you're going to play the Exodia Millennium deck, then these are some card rulings that you're going to need to know. May the heart forever be in your cards, and remember, don't get obliterated. Alright, let's get to the plays. If you're going to play the Exodia Millennium deck, these are some plays and card knowledge that you must know if you are going to be playing this deck. Obviously, you need to be playing the 5 pieces to Exodia. Are you ever going to be drawing these 5? Honestly, probably not. That is not the main objective. It's going to be really hard to be able to draw those. You'd have better luck getting struck by lightning twice in the same spot. First card we're going to be talking about is Sangen Jin Awakes from Millennium. This card is your main monster searcher, and it's also one of your main ways to get to the Millennium Ankh, and it came out in Infinite Forbidden. It was the first wave of support for this deck. So monster effect in hand effect to place as continuous spell. That's right, it's an activated effect in hand, so it can be negated. And then you would activate effect, pay 2,000 life points, or if you have Millennium Ankh, you reveal Millennium Ankh, then special summon them. Now on special summon, when it summons, it searches. And when it searches, you have 2 choices. Well, you have 3 choices you could choose from, but the 2 main choices that you are going to choose are your shield or blue eyes. If you already have the other one in hand, then you don't have to search it. I would say if you already have this in hand, obviously search Heart of Blue Eyes. But if you don't have any of them in hand, search Heart of the Blue Eyes. It's free to summon. Yeah, and it searches you another one of these, and it's another interruption. So you're going to search for Heart of the Blue Eyes. Heart of the Blue Eyes, you discard to the graveyard to search you another Ankh. This way, if you already had one in hand, then you're still at 8,000. This way, you are now only at 6,000 because you just discarded this instead of paying 2,000 life points. From here, you would, if you don't really have anything else much to do, Millennium Ankh, reveal the 5 pieces, then special summon out Exodia. I like to put it up in the extra monster zone, but to each their own, put it wherever you like. This would shuffle back into your deck, and then yeah, during end phase, Exodia, set Exod, Fires of Rage. There you go. And then you pass turn. During your opponent's turn, they can build a little bit of a board. You use Exod as long as Exodia is still on field. You can completely wipe their board. So they build up a little board, either summon 1 or 2 people, then you Exod, Fire of Rage, and send their monsters to the graveyard by destroying them. Now, depending on what deck you're playing, that'd be pretty bad, like against Fire Kings or other decks that use the graveyard. But it could really work if you let them cook a little bit and then you just kind of take them out. Next, we are going to talk about the shield. Just like the Sangen Jin, it is a 1-card starter as well. So you got the shield. You would activate the effect to place as continuous spell in the spell and trap zone. Then you would activate the continuous spell effect to special summon itself by paying 2,000 life points. And you'd want to summon it in defense mode because it's got 3,000 defense. It's quite a big beast, and it can't be destroyed by spell and traps. Also, Sangen Jin is sort of an interruption, but not really, but it cannot be destroyed by monster effects. So then that would search you Millennium Ankh. And bing, bang, boom, that's it. All you have to do now is activate Ankh. Ankh, reveal 5 pieces. Bam. Special summon out your Exodia. And then this gets shuffled back. And there you go. And then you would set Exod during the end phase. Bam. Now, during your opponent's turn, on their end phase, you're going to activate the effect. If Exodia hasn't been negated yet, you're able to activate its effect to set a card during their end phase. You would want to set Obliterate Blaze during your opponent's end phase. It would pass to you since you have Exodia on field during your standby. So you'd draw during your standby. You would have you'd lose 1,000 life points. But going in the main phase 1, your life points don't matter anymore, because what you're going to do is main phase 1, activate Obliterate Blaze. Then Obliterate Blaze is going to resolve if your opponent lets it, and then Exodia will trigger. Then Obliterate Blaze's effects will be given to Exodia. So then you pay half your life points and destroy everything in all the spell and traps in the back. So if you do not have any spell and trap cards back here, or your opponent doesn't have any spell and trap cards, you cannot activate the effect, or it cannot resolve. So with Obliterate Blaze, say if you draw and you draw into Millennium Ank, you got to make sure you set a card unless your opponent has cards back there. But Obliterate Blaze, then you would activate it, then give it to Exodia. Exodia would activate the Obliterate Blaze effect, destroying Millennium Ank or your back row or your opponent's back row if they have something. Then it would set all 5 pieces, and you would have assembled all 5 pieces of Exodia. It gives him 10,000, so 2,000, 2,000, 2,000, 2,000, 2,000 attack. And then you can attack your opponent. Depending on how many life points you have, I mean, you're probably most likely going to win, because 10,000, they would need a decent-sized monster on field for you to attack over. And with Obliterate Blaze, it also gives him piercing. So no matter what, if they put a monster in defense mode, you can attack over it, and they will take damage. Next card in here we're going to play is Wedju Temple. So Wedju Temple, draw card. You just need one other monster. Bam, lucky me. So Wedju Temple, activate Wedju Temple, place it a monster from your hand. I'm going to place the shield from my hand, and then from my deck, I am going to place Sangen Jin, a waste from Millennium. Now, if I have Millennium Ank in hand already, that is very beneficial. Then it doesn't really matter, because if I have this in hand, I can reveal it, special summon, search another Ank. If not, then I would pay 2,000 life points, search Ank, and then I will reveal Ank to special summon Sangen Jin. Sangen Jin will search out Heart of the Blue Eyes or Golem. Should have got him out already. Where is Golem? Golem. So it will either get out Golem or Heart of the Blue Eyes. Depending on where you're at right now, if you'd have Millennium Ank. If you want to extend into another play, or if you fear that your opponent has something to negate Ank, go into Golem. If you don't, if you feel like you can just search and do Heart of Blue Eyes, because you discard, search another Ank, and that gives you an interruption on your opponent's turn, where Golem just stops your opponent from Anking. So actually more beneficial. Going first, going second. And Ank, reveal 5 pieces, go into Exodia. They're all Millennium monsters plus Exodia, so none of them will get shuffled back except for Ank. Now, instead of going into Ank right away, you have 2 monsters on field. So if you're going first, I would suggest going into Seal the Hat Rabbit. So you'd link these two. Seal the Hat Rabbit effect to set Azaroon in the back row. Now you have an interruption on your opponent's turn if they summon out a monster from the extra deck that isn't a fusion, unless it's like contact fuse, then you can use this, destroy it, then you destroy their summon. Also, with Seal the Hat Rabbit on the field, if you summon this out, if there's a monster summoned from the spell and trap zone, you can destroy a spell and trap your opponent controls. So if you're going second, it kind of works. And if they negate Ankh, Seal Hat Rabbit stays on field. But then this way, activate Ankh, reveal all 5 pieces, Seal Hat Rabbit gets shuffled back. That gets shuffled back. Exodia, come on out. Then you can set Exod. Then you would have, during your end phase, you would have Exod Fires of Rage and Azaroon. So during your opponent's standby phase or during their draw phase, you would summon out Angel Azaroon. And then, yeah, there you go. Next, we are going to do Golem. So with Golem's effect, just like the other Millennium monsters, it costs 2,000 life points to special summon. So monster effect places continuous spell, pay 2,000 life points to special summon. It then will search you Wedju Temple. Wedju Temple, you can place Wedju Temple. Now, if all you have is like a piece in hand or another monster or a hand trap, you don't have exactly another monster, Millennium monster, that's okay because you can use any monster in hand. So I'd set effect failure, and then I'll go into and grab Sangen Jin. Sangen Jin will then, I will activate paying another 2,000 life points to search me out Heart of the Blue Eyes on summon. Now I'm 4,000 life points down, but that's okay. Heart of the Blue Eyes. If you're at this point now, most likely your opponent doesn't have Ash because they would have ashed you and stopped you already. Heart of the Blue Eyes, go, and then that searches you Ankh. Bing, bang, boom. Now from here, you can either extend into a Link monster or keep the monsters on field to have more than just Exodia. Millennium Ankh, activate Ankh. Effect failure, because it's a monster card, will get shuffled back. There, after revealing 5 pieces, this gets shuffled back as well, leaving you a decent field. During end phase, you'd set Exod Fires of Rage. You have cannot be destroyed by monster effects, just a 2,000 beat stick, and Exodia. And as well, Wedju Temple, when one of your Millennium monsters is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can activate Wedju Temple once per turn to place it back here. So regardless, if one of these 2 monsters get attacked and destroyed, Wedju Temple will allow you to place it back here for follow-up. Also, on your opponent's turn, don't forget about Heart of Blue Eyes. If they summon level 8 or attack of 3,000 or more, you can send it to the graveyard and special summon Blue Eyes. And sometimes if they negate the effect, or I forget how it goes, but you could still send their monster to the graveyard and it doesn't get summoned. Is there anything else? Oh yeah, set rotation. So if you open, say these three cards, this is like a game-winning hand right there. You would, or not even, you don't even need Wedju Temple yet. So if all you have is a monster and set rotation, that is pretty much going to get you to full combo and a really nice board. So regardless what monster it is, gonna set rotation. Set rotation will search you Wedju Temple and Secrets of the Spellcasters. Secret Village of the Spellcaster. What you're going to want to do here is set this on your opponent's side of the field and set this on your opponent on your side of the field. I did that wrong. Hold on. So you're going to want to do the Golem thing first. Bring it back. Back step. And okay, so you activate this. Activate Golem. Golem. Special summon Golem. Golem searches you Wedju Temple. Activate Wedju Temple. Must have another monster card in hand. Let's just say Sangen Jin and another effect failure. You'd set this and then set this from deck. Special summon, searches you Blue Eyes. Discard Blue Eyes, get you Ankh. Then you would set rotation, set rotation, getting you Secret Village and another Wedju Temple. You would then Secret Village your Wedju Temple, sending your Wedju Temple to the graveyard, and then setting their Wedju Temple over there. Then you take these two monsters and you'd go into Dark the Dark Gloomy. You go into Dark. Now you have a spellcaster on field. Activate Millennium Ank. Reveal 5 pieces. This gets shuffled back. Bam. Now you can do that and keep your monsters on field if you don't activate secrets first. But if you do, no big deal. And then this will allow you can set Exod still during your end phase. Now with the decks that are playing right now, there's not many out there that play spellcasters unless you're playing a spellcaster deck, but the top tier decks don't really play many spellcasters, so this is pretty much an auto win if you get Secret Village out and Exod, because what happens now is you can't be triple attack that's talented. So with him on field, they imperm you. So big, what a big deal, doesn't matter. They can't triple tactics talent you. You negate the imperm, you can still continue. Then they can't attack you, but if they have 2 imperms, then you're kind of screwed. For Melody Awakening Dragon, 1 card starter in this deck, but you need another random card. So Melody of the Awakening Dragon, discard card, searches you 2 Blue Eyes monsters, or 2 monsters for 3,000 attack and 2,500 defense. So that gets you 2 Heart of the Blue Eyes. Heck yeah. Now with this, is actually it can come in handy if you have Forbidden Droplet. So you discard, search for Ankh, you'd get your Ankh, activate Ankh, get out your Exodia. During end phase, you'd set your Exod. But before end phase, you would want to set Forbidden Droplet. Set Forbidden Droplet, an Exod in hand, or on field. Then you would pass Spell and Trap negate, board wipe, and a monster negate that they can't really respond to. So when your opponent activates effect, then you can activate Forbidden Droplet, sending a monster from your hand and then negating their monster, allowing you to keep Exodia on field. That's it, not biggie. And then they build a little bit of a board, and you just destroy them. This deck pretty much only lasts like 3 turns. It's an OTK deck that if you're allowed to pop off, you pretty much are guaranteed a win. But yeah, that's it for my video for today. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe down below. It really means a lot to me. About 70% of you guys aren't subscribed to my channel. So please subscribe, means a lot. May the heart forever be in your cards. And remember, don't get obliterated.